to talk to whoever is in charge of Medicaid in the state. If we could get Medicaid reinstated, they could survive without Medicare dollars. But I don't know who to go to at the state, but I know you all do.
Senator Burchett.
Well, that's in the district that I represent, and I appreciate you being an advocate for those folks. I've spoke over there many times and dealt with a lot of the problems. I've actually spoke with some of the people in the bureaucracy, and I'm supposed to have a meeting on Monday morning with them. They're coming in from Chattanooga, and that's all I know right now. And I appreciate you being an advocate for those folks, because a lot of those folks are veterans, and there's a lot of folks, Alzheimer's over there, and you're exactly right. They do not have anybody, and that is despicable for this nation to be doing that, allowing that people to be in a situation like that. I recently lost my father, as many of you well know, and you know, we went to the nursing home scenario, and I saw so many other people. You know, we were okay. Daddy, we'd have sold everything. Allison, my wife, and I, we'd have been out on the corner selling lemonade. We had to keep Daddy. But he died in the nursing home. But I saw a lot of the families that did not have that and did not have the support. So I appreciate you, but we'll be looking into it, I promise you. And that's all I know about it.
Senator Overbey.
I'd like to thank you for the question. I'd like to talk just a minute about health care and then go back to jobs if I might, because I think there's more to be said about that. Health care is going to be a very serious matter in the 2010 General Assembly. The TennCare Bureau has proposed some really tough cuts and some tough limits in TennCare, especially the $10,000 limit on a hospital stay. That's serious, and I don't think the seriousness is yet sunk in to a lot of folks. But we have a world-class trauma center at UT Medical Center. They go through $10,000 like that. Senator Burchett and I have been there taking a tour of the trauma center. I've always thought UT set this up, but they had a trauma event happen while we were there. They said, "Get out of here and watch." And it's amazing.
14 people were on this.
Yeah, it was amazing what happened. So that is serious, and we're going to need to deal with that somehow. And lots of us are talking about it, and I'm sure there'll be some legislation rolled out here before our bill filing deadline on Thursday. So that's something you need to be alert to and watch for. If I can go back to jobs for just a second. Tennessee has long been known as a business-friendly state. We've, I think, done a really good job at industrial and economic development and recruitment. We need to keep that up. I think we've done some things in the legislature, again, that have largely gone underneath, below the radar. We passed a bill in 2007, which was the first start at some tort reform called the Silica Claims Priority Act. I bet most of you have never heard of it. We passed it. It was to keep our state from being like Texas, which was becoming a dumping ground for silicosis plaintiff's case, which had about 10,000 cases filed in 1 year. We passed that bill with help of the Tennessee trial lawyers and the Tennessee Bar Association and the business community to address it in a very responsible way. If people had honest-to-gosh claims, they could bring them and get them through the system, but we were trying to keep out the frivolous claims. Now, last year we had 2 businesses located in the state of Tennessee, Walker and Hemlock, whose major ingredient is what? Silica. Now, query, would they have located here if the legislature, and this was a legislative initiative, not from the administration, but a legislative initiative. I carried the bill in the House, that we passed that bill in 2007, and two businesses using that located here. I think that's very important for folks to know. Last year we passed the 10 Invesco legislation, and I think it was covered to some extent. Probably didn't get the coverage that it merited, because it created a fund of about $84 $1 million, not tax dollars, of private investment to be distributed to start up businesses and small businesses located entirely in the state of Tennessee. The venture capital community is wildly enthusiastic about that legislation that got passed last year. And in fact, we're going to, with the help of the administration, we're going to expand it this year, probably to the tune of another 40 to 80 million dollars. Again, of private investment to be used in small and startup businesses in Tennessee that are transformative. That again was a legislative initiative that where the General Assembly took the lead and the administration came on board, helped us with it, endorsed it, made it a better piece of legislation, but it actually was adopted by the folks you see here saying, we don't want to have to keep pumping tax dollars or building deficits. Let's find a way to use private investment to develop jobs programs in Tennessee. And my guess is you'll see that over the course of the next 3 to 4 years pay off big dividends, and it will probably be a program that we renew every 3 to 4 years once we get it set up. And most of the national publication dealing in this has said this is model legislation that the rest of the nation will follow, that Tennessee is leading the way in job creation by leveraging private investment. So it's something we're very concerned about and want to keep doing, is developing jobs in our state.